Yes, sir. Welcome back, you guys, to another DB Zarian YT video. And today we have a DB Zarian discussion. So let's go ahead and get it started. So the subject of today's talk is going to be Kale and Khalifa and how they aren't the ones solely responsible for destroying the Super Saiyan transformation. So, as you know, the scene that everybody was up in arms about in Dragon Ball Super is when Kale and Khalifa and Kappa as well were training, and Khalifa referred to the Super Saiyan transformation as a tingling sensation in her back. And she went on to explain that all she needed to do to attain that transformation was focus her ki in the middle of her back, and it helped her turn into a Super Saiyan. Alright, enough of that. Not only that, she transcended Super Saiyan within a few episodes. It's needless to say that the entire community was in an uproar, just based solely off of the fact that Super Saiyan over the years had been explained to be this super transformation that needed a emotional trigger for you to be able to obtain it, right? It was explained that way in the Cell Saga. It was explained that way to Kaba in the Universe 6 tournament, and then they just got to Universe 6 on Sadala, and then something crazy happened, I guess, and they just didn't need that anymore. And so, like I said, the entire community was in an uproar. But what people fail to realize is that this transformation was shat on pretty much prior to the scene. And that is due to two hybrid Saiyans that we all know and love them, but they ruined it before Kale and Khalifa did.
Well, you know, rolling here in the super street, I want to be a Super Saiyan now.
Maybe when you're a little older. It takes years of training to become a Super Saiyan. It takes years of training to become a Super Saiyan.
Even though Kale and Khalifa took it down to a new low, Goten and Trunks actually are who are responsible for Super Saiyan being reduced to fodder initially, in my opinion. So if you look back at the Buu Saga, Goten and Trunks, they really didn't have an emotional trigger to Super Saiyan. And Goten attained Super Saiyan before training with Chi-Chi, but revealed it when he was training with Chi-Chi, which in my opinion is a complete joke. I don't think that any Saiyan in Dragon Ball should be pushed to use Super Saiyan against Chi-Chi, but I guess Goten was just that weak. He was pretty young, so I guess that's a discussion for another video. But yeah, so he used Super Saiyan in that fight with Chi-Chi, and then Trunks ended up training with Vegeta, and it wasn't the fact that he was struggling to train with Vegeta that pushed him to Super Saiyan. It was that he already had it and didn't really know what it was, and had just pretty much just discovered that he had the ability to do so. There was no backstory behind why they transformed. There was nothing. They were simply handed Super Saiyan because Toriyama could, right? So if you use the logic that people are using in the Kale and Khalifa situation versus the Goten and Trunks situation, they both apply to both situations pretty equally, in my opinion. Kale and Khalifa didn't work for it, which was the main argument behind people. And I quote, "The Super Saiyan transformation is supposed to require an emotional trigger. Kale and Khalifa just focused their ki on their back and obtained Super Saiyan," which I admit is 10 times worse than the way Goten and Trunks got it. But I mean, you can't solely put the blame on them if it's already been, reduced to nothing. In the Buu Saga, Goten and Trunks pretty much just did it, and there was no explanation behind it besides the fact that they did it. I understand that there's SLs and such, and people like to make the argument that they're hybrid Saiyans, so that they're more inclined to turn Super Saiyan. But I mean, even if you look at Gohan still had to work for it. And I guess you could make the argument that Goku wasn't a Super Saiyan when he conceived Gohan, but he was a Super Saiyan when he conceived Goten. I don't know. I don't think anything has been confirmed as far as whether or not being an actual Super Saiyan and having intimacy or committing an intimate act with your partner will make them more likely to become a Super Saiyan. I don't know. I don't think that's been confirmed anywhere in any kind of guidebook or anything. I don't think that's something that Akira would cover, and that's not something that we can confirm. So I can't take that for fact, and which is an argument that a lot of people like to make. It would make sense, yes, but it hasn't been confirmed anywhere, so I can't really take that and use it as a reason as to why they would turn Super Saiyan at such a young age. in my opinion, Goten and Trunks are just as much to blame for ruining the Super Saiyan transformation as Kale and Caulifla are. And even if they are supposed to be gag characters, which I know Akira Toriyama stated that he wasn't taking their character seriously, which is incredibly criminal in my opinion. Even then, it's still the Super Saiyan transformation, regardless if it's used on a gag character or regardless if it's used on Kale and Caulifla. I mean, the Super Saiyan transformation is the Super Saiyan transformation, period. I feel as though the community should have been just as upset about that, which they might have been. They may have been, but I feel like they should have been just as upset about that as they were about Kale and Caulifla. And if they weren't, then I feel like it's a little bit unfair. I don't want to pull like the sex card or anything. I don't think it's because they were women or whatever. I just think that people were just upset, and I was upset when they explained that it was because of a sensation in their back. I think that does no justice to Super Saiyan transformation. I miss the relevance of Super Saiyan. That's why Cell Saga is probably one of my favorite sagas. They explain Super Saiyan, and Goku's going around and he's trying to teach Gohan Super Saiyan, and that's where one of my favorite dialogues in the whole show comes. Actually, when he explains that Super Saiyan comes in response to a need, not a want. Use the pain of loss. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I think it's a pretty solid scene. I feel like everything as far as Super Saiyan goes is really cool. And I hate to see it drop as low as it has in the recent years. But, I mean, what can we do? There's nothing that's really going to change that. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram at dbzrnyt. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.